Here's a segment from a recent Gun Talk radio episode. You can listen to all the Gun Talk radio podcasts however you tune in, or check out guntalk.com for more.
We do.
Hey, Robert, you there?
I am.
Yay.
Okay, so what's going on?
So with all the craziness out there, it hasn't calmed down yet. I'm starting to finally see the value in being able to reload my own ammo. Mm-hmm. Problem being, I don't know anybody, and it seems like something that you would learn by doing. So is there anybody out there that teaches a class on reloading or some online resources? Because that doesn't seem like something I want to jump into just willy-nilly.
Sure. There are a lot of online resources, but, honestly, you can go to the greatest source of information in the world, which is YouTube. I mean, I say that laughingly, but at the same time, you can learn how to reload right there. Mm-hmm. You can get a lot of information from places like the Brownells website, and, of course, Hodgdon. The manufacturers of powders, of bullets, they have information about reloading. But in terms of videos on how to do it, I would say just how to reload on YouTube, you're going to get a lot of information. What you're going to find, it is ridiculously easy. It just requires a lot of attention to detail. Mm-hmm. But you're going to run into another problem, Robert. Just as people have gobbled up all the ammo, they've also gobbled up all of the reloading components.
Well, I know for the current situation, I know I'm too late, but it seems like, while everything's out of stock, it seems like a good opportunity to at least, get some learning in and then actually start doing it once everything starts coming back.
Oh, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what you might want to do also? Do you have a good gun store around?
I think there's a couple good, decent mom and pop, and then I've got a couple of big boxes around here. But
what you should do is check, the big boxes, they may do it too. Call around. Some of them actually offer reloading classes, or an introduction to reloading class. Or they may just say, look, if you buy your gear from us, we'll get Jimmy in the back to spend an hour with you showing you how to do this thing.
Okay.
It really, will you be you're thinking about pistols, rifles, or shotguns?
I'm thinking 9mm pistol and then possibly 308 and 6.5 Creedmoor. Okay,
so metallic cartridges, you may know all of this, but it really is this simple. There are only 4 components to a metallic cartridge. You got the case, the primer, the powder, and the bullet, the projectile.
Right.
Once you have fired everything, you fire the round, you have this empty case. You have to knock out the old primer, put in a fresh primer, put powder in it, and seat the bullet. That's really all there is to it. And how you set it up, it can be it has to be precise. I was going to say tedious, but that's not quite right. It just has to be done precisely. And I get where you are. You're thinking, I don't want to screw this up, and I want to do it right. I just need somebody to make sure I'm doing it right. The other thing to do, thinking guys here.
Don't hurt yourself.
Oh, God, that's that painful sound you just heard. Honestly, find somebody locally who is reloading. You could even do that through local Facebook, online, through a shooting range, something else. Say, look, do you guys know anybody who reloads who might be willing to show me how it works? Everybody I know who reloads would say, yeah, sure, come on over. I'll show you how this thing works. You go over there, and before you know it, within 10 minutes, they're going to have you actually doing the reloading, and you're going to go, oh, there's really not that much to this. I can do that.
The other thing is, too, there are a lot of retail stores around here, at least, will sell reloads, and they don't do the reloading, but inside the bag will be a little sticker from Bill's Reloading and his contact info.
Oh, that's a good thought, too, yeah.
So...
And then once you figure it out, then you can go ahead and buy like the reloaders now, the reloading press. And what you're going to find is reloading presses, talking about metallic, you can get a single stage where you screw a die, the reloading die in, and it would be like the decapping, resizing die, and you'll run everything through that, and then you unscrew that. You might run like 100 or several hundred brass cases through that. Then you unscrew that die, and you put another die in, and that's going to be your bullet seating die. Or you can get a progressive loader where basically each time you pull the handle, a turret moves, and you get a freshly loaded round with each pull of the handle. They're more complicated and are certainly more involved to get set up, but they'll allow you to make a lot of ammo in a hurry. They're not the best if you want to tinker with loads in your 6.5 or your 308. For that, I really do like a single-stage press. I kind of tend to encourage people to go ahead and buy a single-stage press when they start out.
Just to get a hang of it.
Yeah.
And they're not that expensive,
And use that for, say, load development, and then once you get the load development down, go ahead and grab a progressive and get everything loaded up.
Exactly. And what's going to happen is if you get into reloading a lot, you're going to want a single-stage press anyway, because you're probably not going to use a progressive for your 308 or your 6.5 unless you end up shooting a whole bunch.
Yeah.
And so you use that, and you can tweak loads, and it's just easier to say, okay, I'm going to load, for instance, if you're said, I'm going to try to find the most accurate load in my 308. And I'm going to vary the powder charge by a half a grain or 2 grains or whatever it is. And I'm going to make up 10 different loads. Well, that's really easy to do with your single stage press. And then you can take them out and shoot.
Right, because all the sizing and stuff remains the same.
Yeah, exactly right.
Okay.
So, but, I'll bet you, I haven't checked. Brownells is a great source of information for this. They have all the reloading gear, all the dies, all the presses, all that kind of single-stage presses, because Brownells now owns Sinclair International, which was one of the leading mail-order houses for reloading equipment. But if you go to brownells.com, they also have a gazillion videos, and my guess is they're going to have a good bit of information on how to reload. You might just start there.
Okay. Now, one other quick question. Would you advise grabbing like a Hornady reloading manual or something and read through that before tinkering with any of this? Or
you absolutely have to have a loading manual, and I would suggest 2.
Current loading
one. Yes, thank you, because the load data changes. The reason you want 2 is, look, these guys are exceptionally careful about their load data, but just on the off chance that there was a typo, for instance, in the load data, how would you know? But if you have 2 different manuals, say you have the Nosler and the Barnes, or the Hornady and the Spear, you have 2 different manuals, and you're laying them out there in a 308, and it says for the powder 48, or call it 4064, and I don't know what the load would be, but call it 45 grains. And one of them says 45 grains, and one of them says 65 grains. You're going, okay, that's way too far. Mm-hmm. I need to find out what's going on. Then you probably just go online and look up. I guess just having 2 different manuals for me is a way of saying it's a check to make sure that the very slim chance of being a typo doesn't throw you off and get you into a problem there. The other thing, I'm going to throw this out to you. Once you get a loading manual or 2 of them, they usually have a page about each cartridge that's like background on it and information. If you're nutty about this stuff the way we are, all of us, you end up reading all these pages, and you learn about all these cartridges you didn't know about. You go, well, that's cool. I didn't know about the 264 Win Mag, or the this, or the that. And there's just a story attached to each one of them. It's just,
it's almost like a history lesson a lot.
And your friends who don't know about reloading will truly think that you are the uber geek nutball.
They'll be right.
Now you're part of our club.
Hey, Robert.
Yep.
Do you carry?
I do.
Okay. And in parting with you, because the music is ramping up on us here briefly, in parting, 2 things I would like to throw out there. Number 1, for your carry ammo, buy store-bought defensive ammo.
Correct.
Absolutely.
And secondly, if you are a cigarette smoker, knock that off, will you? You don't want to be doing that reloading.
I don't plan on starting.
Attaboy.
How not to blow yourself up.
Yes. For dummies.
Yeah. How not to make loud noises in your home.
Unintentionally. Yeah.
Yes, exactly right. Hey, Robert, thank you. I wish you luck with it. It's a fun hobby, and why not, as you say, why not ease into it now? Good idea.